Snuck. I always had a gut feeling that I'd make the big score, and after all these years, we're almost there. Steady as she goes, Snuck.
Steady as she goes, Captain.
It was the day of destiny for Mad Jack the pirate, as his ship cut like a butcher's knife through the roiling seas. For now, after years of searching, he was but 7 leagues from the greatest treasure of his career, the treasure of the headless, left-handed peat moss salesman.
Grumble Gas Sea Police, pull it over.
But officer, sir, I wasn't even driving. You see, I was on autopilot and...
You were sailing erratically, smart guy. Please blow into this donkey bladder.
Not inflating a filthy donkey organ?
Refuses bladder test. Your pirate's license, please?
Yes, of course, my license. Oh, how silly of me. I lost it last night while giving the Heimlich to a blind policeman.
Captain,
Yes, Snuck?
aren't you a wee bit confused? I mean, last night you went out with Ice Pick McPoonahan and had a laugh about how he robs blind policemen and then hacks out their...
Zip it, nincompoop. That is, I'm afraid it was eaten by a starving blind police dog I rescued from the pound. But I'm sure that an intelligent worldly officer with style and panache, like yourself, can see it in his heart to let me off with a warning.
Okay, you can go. Have a nice day.
Ha! I knew I could fool him. And officer, I give you my word that at 6 a.m. I'll rush down to that DMMV and get a new license. The truth is, Snuck, you'll never catch me in one of those stinking DMMVs. You can mark my words.
Oh, no need, Captain. Your license is right here.
Hey, this license expired when I was in kindergarten.
Snuck, you clueless barnacle lapper! Wait, I've just devised a brilliant plan. Snuck, observe the master at work. Oh, officer, I believe you dropped this glazed donut. Why didn't you just take home this donut and let's just say this little incident never happened, eh? I guess it was a jelly.
For refusing to blow into a donkey bladder and for having an expired pirate's license, you have a choice. Either be nailed to the wall of a filthy, rat-infested dungeon, or stand in line at the DMMV.
Right, the dungeon it is then.
Are you sure you made a wise choice, Captain?
This is the only way I can still make my big score, Snuck. All we do is take an afternoon driving course here in the dungeon, and we're on our merry way. That can't possibly be worse than the DMMV.
Hey, I tell you, I'm Heronius Hack, and welcome to the comedy driving class, okay? Yeah, I just rolled into the dungeon, and boy, are my ribs tight. Hey, speaking of ribs, these guys must have been in the buffet line behind Orson Welles, you know? Hey, you're wild, I tell you.
Snuck, it can be worse. Help! Well, here we are at the Department of Maniacal Marine Vessels. Well, Snuck, it's an off day. Therefore, logic dictates that the line should move with relentless speed and efficiency. Well, Snuck, I'm afraid we're number 96,473.
Look on the bright side, Captain. That's only 28,962 away from the next in line. Give or take 1,000.
And so Mad Jack and his faithful first mate Snuck began their thrilling adventure at the Department of Maniacal Marine Vessels. Although it's a bit less exciting than one might have hoped. Rather dull, really. In fact, it's unspeakably boring.
Look, old man, if you're not going to help this story, then bug off, all right?
What? Don't talk to me that way. Why don't you bug off?
No, you.
No, you.
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 Look, this show is called The Adventures of Mad Jack the Pirate. It's not called arguing with a crusty old discarnate wheezebag. So just bug off or I'll devein your Adam's apple.
You.
Number 96,473. Please report to cubicle 649 and meet your driving instructor.
Captain, that's us.
Oh, no. Flash dashing, you're my driving instructor?
Why? Mad Jack! My lifelong nemesis. What an incredible coincidence. Yes! I'm moonlighting here to pay for my chin implants. But despite our mutual hatred, I'll do everything in my power to help you pass. Let's start with the eye test, shall we? You have to read this eye chart, which is written on the side of this cannonball.
But I can't even see the blasted cannonball from way back here.
Yes, I'm afraid you failed the eye test miserably, Jack. But keep your chin up for the next test.
And what, pray tell, is the next test?
The mechanical mutiny simulator, which takes only 10 seconds. Are you sure you're up for it?
10 seconds? Ha! Only a pantywaist couldn't last 10 seconds with this thing.
Excuse me, Mr. Dashing Sir, but what does the simulator do exactly?
It simulates the equivalent of 90 murderous crew members who haven't been paid or seen a woman in 2 years!
Oh.
I beat that blasted machine flash without a scratch.
Next, we test your ability to create carnage with cannons. Your friend Snuck has volunteered to be our human target.
I didn't exactly volunteer, Captain.
There's nothing you could possibly say that would make me fire at poor Snuck.
If you refuse, you'll be sent back to the comedy driving class.
Sorry, Snuck. I won't sell your carcass to medical students until tomorrow.
And last but not least is your final test drive. First, I want you to parallel park between these two supply ships.
Ha! Child's play.
Excuse me, sir, but what exactly are they loading on those ships?
Nitroglycerin.
I can squeeze in between these two ships. I'll just give the one a little tap.
All right, Jack. All that's left is to show me you can drive down an incline, use the emergency brake, and come to a complete stop!
If you don't mind me asking, you haven't rigged this particular test against me in any way, have you?
Absolutely not.
Specifically, I'm not going to get squashed, burnt, or sliced up this time?
Absolutely not.
And I don't have to do anything except go down an incline, use the emergency brake, and come to a complete stop.
Absolutely not. Snuck, release the line if you will.
Wait a minute, the sea chicken doesn't have an emergency brake. And there's no incline in these waters, that is, except the waterfall. I still may be able to pass this test. All that's required is that I somehow come to a complete stop. Uh-oh.
Jack, such a tragedy, such an ineffable shame. You flunked the test. According to the DMMV charter, that means you can either take the test again,
Like that's really going to happen.
or return to the comedy driving school. Those are your only two legal options.
Neither of these options are acceptable. There must be a way out, a way I can still make the big score. But think, what could it be? Think!
I think I found it, Captain. There's a loophole in the DMMV charter, sir, called the Ninny Clause. If an utter ninny fails the pirate's test and refuses comedy driving school, he must become a DMMV employee.
Aha! You heard that ridiculous loophole? I demand a cushy civil service position immediately. I'll take a corner office with a refrigerator overlooking the lagoon and make it snappy.
Ah, very well. Go to this section and you can start right away!
So, Snuck strange where the twists and turns of fate may lead one such as I. Instead of finding the treasure of the headless, left-handed peat moss salesman, it's obvious to me now that a pirate with my character would become a top executive in the most important branch of the government, the DMMV.
So enacting the obscure Ninny Clause, Mad Jack began a new thrilling adventure on the high seas, one befitting the limited scope of his intellectual capacities and rather jagged motor skills.
Look, old man, I thought I told you to bug off.
No, you bug off. Oh, never mind. Goodbye, I quit.
Well, thank heavens he's gone, Snuck. But now what am I supposed to do?
Look on the bright side, Captain.
What bright side? I'm employed as a human target.
True, but at least you can still make the big score. Incoming!